I've had one of the most difficult weeks that I've had probably in my entire life. And I don't like using the word bad because, there's a quote that says there's nothing really good or bad, your thinking makes it so. But it was one of those weeks where all my experiences took me to a place that felt like hell, serious hell. And I knew that this was coming. I knew I was going in this direction, and I didn't think I was going to experience so much of it in one week. But so, a few weeks back, I started really getting serious with my spiritual discipline. I always pray, but I ramped up the prayer, made sure it was regular routine, a lot of creative visualization, spiritual reading rather than fictional reading, and meditating one more time, getting really into meditation. Um, and it helped a lot. But I'll tell you, by the middle of the week, when all this was going on, I had so much anger. And first, the anger was directed at the people that I thought was responsible for what was going on. And the anger was, it's life, life happens. And then it was basically, well, I woke up in the middle of the night the other night, and I started crying. I threw a temper tantrum in bed, pounding the pillow, pounding the bed, saying the F word at God. All my anger then was directed at God. And it was just like, how can I'm showing up the best I can with what I've got. I'm doing the best I can. And it's still not good enough. What more do you want from me? Life happens. But like I said, I I know you guys think I'm over the top with Michael Jackson, but my world doesn't revolve around Michael Jackson. It did, like when I was unemployed and I was really into the death hoax and I was writing my book about the death hoax community. Yes, I was immersed in it then, but it still really didn't revolve around Michael Jackson. He was the topic. But the interesting thing is, when I was going through this week, um, do you guys know what a mantra is? When you meditate, like the most common mantra that most people are familiar with is Om, but there could be other ones. I am the divine I seek, or the divine I seek is within, or I am peace. You're given mantras. Well, as I was driving my car that wasn't working, and as I was moving through situations, just to keep the negative out of my head, so I didn't hear thoughts of, that would kind of mess me up and make me stumble through things. I My head went into Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. Not even a visual of him, just his name, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. I'm driving my car, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. And it was interesting that all of a sudden his name became my mantra. So there's a book that came out long before The Secret was ever written. In fact, The Secret gives it credit. The Master Key System, written by Charles Hennell. And this is one of the spiritual type books I've been reading to get me back on track in a positive direction, so that my mind gets clearer rather than more muddled. And so I get to this part that talks about the solar plexus has been likened to the sum of the body because it is a central point of distribution for the energy which the body is constantly generating. This energy is very real energy and is thrown off in an atmosphere which envelops the body. You're saying, where am I going with this? Stay with me. If this radiation is sufficiently strong, the person is called magnetic. He is said to be filled with personal magnetism. Such a person may wield an immense power for good. His presence alone will often bring comfort to the troubled minds with which he comes in contact. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson.